Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Okay, students. Okay, today in accountancy, shall we learn the next step? Calls in arrear. Okay, calls in advance we have seen that keeping in separate account, and when we that adjust that particular when we receive that particular call amount, we will debit this one. Until then it will be credited. Okay, because calls in advance, it is a liability. Okay, here calls in arrear also we know what is the meaning of calls in arrear. That if a call is made, if the call is due, and if a customer if a shareholder fails to pay that call, that is called calls in arrear. Okay, that means if the call money is not paid, that is called calls in arrear. Okay, the unpaid call money is called calls in arrear. Okay, so this one, there we have studied that up to 12 percentage interest can be paid. Okay, but that table F in Companies Act 2013 has given. Here also that Indian Companies Act 2013 table F, this says if the articles of association, it allows to receive that calls in arrear, interest can be charged to the maximum of 10 percentage per annum. Okay, above this 10 percentage, any company should not charge calls in arrear interest. Okay, now we will see how the calls in arrear account is maintained. Okay, so either they will keep one calls in arrear account, but or otherwise they may not receive the calls in arrear account. They will not maintain, if they do not maintain calls in arrear account, it will be shown as they will receive the amount when the shareholder pays. Until then it will be arrear, but it will not show in the arrear account. But if they open an arrear account, calls in arrear account, they will, since it is a loss, isn't it? It was not given by the shareholders, it is a loss. So we need to debit this calls in arrear account. Okay. Then when we receive that amount, we will credit that account. Okay, or that the share will be forfeited. That is the procedure. If that particular shares are not paid continuously for more time, the company can cancel the share. Okay, that we will learn in the next heading. What is cancellation of share? Okay, so now if a calls in arrear account is open, what is the journal entry? Only 2 journal entries we need to prepare. Okay, number 1, that for call money due, we know that call money due, equity share, that may be second and final call, or okay, or first and final call, account debtor to share capital. Okay, share capital account. This one, call money due. Okay, here it doesn't affect the calls in arrear account. But in the second entry, when we receive the call money, we will come to know some of the shareholders have not paid the call amount. So there what we have to do. Bank account debtor, and one more amount we will not receive, isn't it? So that is called calls in arrear account. Debtor to equity share second and final call account. Okay. Call money received and then amount not received transferred to calls in arrear account. Okay. So how much we are receiving, we should debit. How much we have not received, again debit. Total call money, this one we have to write here. Okay. So let us see one problem. Okay, one exercise. Calls in arrear. See this exercise. Calls in arrear. Muthu Limited issued 50,000 shares of rupees 10 each payable as follows. 2 on application, 4 on allotment, 4 on first and final call. All money were duly received except one shareholder holding 1,000 shares failed to pay the call money. Pass the necessary journal entries for calls. Journal entries for calls by using calls in arrear account. Only call account they have asked. So these two entries only. Okay, first, since they have given this word, journal entries for calls by using calls in arrear account. Okay. So first call due, then call money received, then this 1,000 shares failed to pay call money. 1,000 into call 4,000 shares, 4,000 rupees we will not receive. That one calls in arrear account we need to change. Okay. So 7, number 7, journal entries. Okay. First one, call money due. Okay. For that one, first and final call account debtor share. Okay, that should start with the share. Share first and final call account debtor share capital account. Call money due. Okay, how much amount? 50,000 shares into 4, so 2 lakhs rupees. Okay, then second one, when we receive that share money, call money, bank account debtor to, sorry, that amount, arrear amount. Okay, so calls in arrear account. Debtor to share first and final call. Call money received and unpaid amount transferred to calls in arrear account. Bank. So here 4,000 shares only not paid. Okay. So 1,000 shares, 49,000 into 4. Okay, we have to reduce this one 4,000 from here. So 1,96,000, 4,000 here, 1,000 shares into 4 call money. Okay, so here total 2 lakh. Now we will see the next heading for feature. So each heading you have to remember. Okay, then one more only reach. Only that many adjustments. What is forfeiture of shares? Here, forfeiture means that related to the calls in arrear account. We have learned if the shareholder fails to pay the call money continuously, we may cancel those shares. Okay, that will non-payment of the either the allotment money or the call money, whatever it is. Okay, we will cancel those shares. Okay, then that the when we cancel those for that arrear shares, that is called forfeiture of shares. Okay, so if the shares are forfeited for a particular shareholder, if the shares are forfeited, then he cannot be the member shareholder of that company. Okay, and if we cancel, if we forfeit, we should not say cancel, forfeiture. Okay, if we forfeit the shares, then for example, if for the face value is 10, he has paid rupees 7, paid. Okay, maybe 2 on application, 4 on allotment, 1 or first call. Okay, now the 3 is the unpaid. Okay, so 6, 7, 3, 10. So he has paid rupees 7 and only 3 he has not paid. But now the company is forfeiting his shares. Just imagine. Okay, that 500 shares he has forfeited. The company has forfeited 500 shares since for the non-payment of final call money. Okay, so here this 7 is the gain for the company. Okay, gain for the company because he has paid, isn't it? It is added along with the share capital, but this the company never pays this 7 rupees for the shareholder. Okay, so they will show under the in the share capital. Here note will be given that forfeited shares. Okay, that forfeited shares, that amount is included in the share capital. They will write a note under the balance sheet. Okay, here for forfeiture we need to prepare one journal entry at the time of forfeiture of shares. Okay, so here we are going to reduce the share capital. So share capital account debtor. Okay, here how much we have called up. We have called up all 10. Okay, so 500 into 10, 5,000. 2. Here, what is not paid? Okay, what is not paid? 3 rupees, isn't it? So that one is final call. So share second and final call account. 2. This one, what he has paid is a profit, so we will keep in a forfeited shares account. Forfeited shares account. Okay, here 3 rupees he has not paid. 3 into 500, 1500. Here 7 into 500, 3500. So totally the called up money 10. 10 into 500, 5000. So forfeited shares, forfeiture of shares. Forfeiture of shares for non-payment of call, non-payment of final call. Okay. Now we will see the exercise. Okay, the forfeiture of shares. See, Arjun was holding 1000 shares of rupees 10 each of Vanaville Electronics Limited issued at par. He paid rupees 3 on application, 4 on allotment, but could not pay the first and final call of rupees 3. The directors forfeited the shares for non-payment of call money. Give journal entry for forfeiture of shares. The same entry only we need to write. Okay. So 7. Share capital account. So first and final call he has not paid. Okay. So share capital account. 1000 shares. 1000 into 10. 10,000. Isn't it? Share first and final call. How much? 3. 3 into 1000. 3000. Isn't it? Then 7 he has paid already. 7 into 7,000. So 10,000. Okay, for feature of share for non-payment of final call. Okay, first and final call. That is the journal entry. Okay. Then another next one. Eighth one. Ninth we will see. Lakshit was holding 50 shares of rupees 10 each, on which he paid rupees 2 on application but could not pay rupees 4 on allotment. But could not pay rupees 4 on allotment and 2 on first call. Directors forfeited the shares after the first call. Okay, give journal entry for recording the forfeiture of shares. Here 10 each, how much? 2 application, could not pay, 4 on allotment and first call. So totally 2, 6, 8 only they have called up. Okay, that much only they have to debit. How much we have called up? So share capital account debtor. In the previous problem, they have called all the calls. Okay, they have called up all the calls. Here you see 2 on application but could not pay, 4 on allotment and 2 on first call. Final call is still there. Okay, so that they have forfeited the shares after the first call. So 2 on application, then 4 on allotment, 6, 2 on first call. So 8 only they have called. So how many shares? Here 8 rupees into 50 shares, isn't it? So 8 into 50, 400. Okay, then 2. What is not paid? We have to write. Okay, which one is not paid? Allotment and first call. So 2 share allotment. Share allotment account to first call account, then forfeited shares account. What is received? How much? 2 on application. Share forfeited. Here allotment how much? 4. So 4 into 50, 200. First call 2. 2 into 50, 100. Forfeited. 2 on application. 2 into 50, 100. Okay. So 200, 300, 400. So we will write forfeiture of shares for non-payment of allotment and call. Now the forfeited shares can be reissued to other shareholders. Okay, that forfeited shares can be reissued by the company. So because they need to, again they have to increase the share capital to that extent that they have forfeited. Okay, so these forfeited shares can be reissued for a price that should not be less than the unpaid amount. In this example we have learned that unpaid is rupees 3, isn't it? So the reissue of the shares should not be less than this 3. Okay, more than or 3 or more than 4. Okay, more than 3, but it should never come less 2. Okay, so that profit, because they issue more than this amount, already we have a profit, isn't it? Here 7 rupees profit, and if we issue for less price, that loss will be debited to the forfeited shares account. Then the balance in this forfeited shares account will be transferred to capital reserve because it is a capital gain, capital profit. Okay, so reissue we have to write one more entry. Okay, one more entry we have to write, and that profit will be transferred to capital reserve. For that another entry will be prepared. Okay, so now we will see the 10th exercise. Gautam Limited forfeited 500 equity shares of rupees 10 each issued at par held by Raghav for non-payment of the final call of rupees 2 per share. So he has paid rupees 8, isn't it? Only 2 he has not paid. The shares were forfeited and reissued Madan at rupees 8 per share. We have learned only 2, then more than 2 they can reissue. Show the journal entries for forfeiture and reissue. So if they have asked not only forfeiture and reissue, that gain on the forfeiture of shares should be transferred to capital reserve account. So totally we have to prepare 3 entries. Okay, so just listen how we are going to prepare 3 entries. First one, for the forfeiture. What is the journal entry for forfeiture? Share capital account debtor. First what we have learned. Okay, so how much is called up? You see 10 each issued at par held by Raghav for non-payment of the final call 2. So all the 10 we have called up. Okay, so 10 into 500, 5,000. Then first we have to write what he has not paid, that is final call. So share final call account should be credited. Okay, share final call account. Final call amount how much? 2. So 2 into 500, 1,000, isn't it? Now 2 forfeited shares account. Okay, forfeited shares account. Here he has paid 8. How much he has paid? 8. 8 into 500, 4,000. Isn't it? Now we will write shares, forfeiture of shares. 500 shares. Forfeiture of 500 shares. Next one, reissue of shares. Okay, reissue that bank account debtor. How much we are receiving? 8 per share. Okay, reissued to Madan at rupees 8. So 8 into 500, 4,000. Okay, then this loss. Okay, already we need to credit share capital account. Okay, to share capital account should be credited with this 10 rupees. Okay, share capital account 5,000. So here this account should be debited. Okay, the loss on reissue of share. Forfeited shares account. Thousand. Okay. So here 8, here 2, here 10. Okay. Now we need to, here how much is credited? 4,000, debited 1,000. So still we have credit forfeited shares account 3,000 we have, isn't it? That should be transferred to capital reserve account. So we need to debit the 3,000. So here we need to write the narration, isn't it? Forfeited shares reissued. The next one, we have to only see this one, forfeited shares. Here credit 4,000, debit only 1,000. So again you debit forfeited shares account debtor 3,000. Only then it will get cancelled. Okay. To capital reserve account. So gain on reissue transferred to capital reserve account. Okay, 3,000. Sometimes they may not reissue all the shares. Here all the 500 shares have been reissued, so just we have deducted. Okay, from 4,000 we got deducted 1,000, we got 3,000. But if, okay, you didn't see, isn't it? If they have reissued a portion of the forfeited shares, then we need to calculate this amount, how much we will get. Okay, this is for how much amount, then how much is debited, this is for how much one reissue, and the for that reissue share that we have reissued, that share only we need to credit to the capital reserve account. Okay, the next one we will see. Okay, this one, the part of share we will see tomorrow. Now I will mark and give the question answers. What is meant by call scenario? 238. 238. See from here till here you mark. Okay. Why are the shares forfeited? 238. Okay, here when a shareholder defaults in making payment, forfeited, then you only one line, so you write a little more. Okay. Okay, 2, 5. Then short answers. Calls in advance we have marked. What is reissue of forfeited shares? 240. Reissue. This one. Okay, only one line. Okay, that much. Okay, so you learn all these question answers and do and see the problems that we have done today. Okay, surely they will ask either for 2 marks or for 3 marks. Sometimes they may ask only one, that for future of shares or call scenario. Okay, that also for 2 mark or 3 marks they are often asking that question. Okay, so capital reserve account, it is a compulsory question, all time they ask. Okay, maybe for 3 marks, 3 entries available, each mark for each entry. Okay students, thank you very much.